Welcome back to the Los Angeles Angels draft-only franchise. Last episode, we saw the Major League debut of Jesus Made, and we also had our third draft in the franchise. We added outfielder Ricky Garner, 73 overall, 87 potential, and now it's time to finish off this season 3. I've already said that we're going to be bringing up Freddie Lorenz. Guy's had a great season down in AAA. And he's done all he could do down there. And at 23 years old, we need to get him up to the majors and let him start performing there. And I've also been thinking about Edgar Mota. I think it's time for him to come up as well. I think he's done everything he can do down there. He's already an 85 overall. And I think we're just wasting at-bats down there as well. So, surprise, surprise, you're going to get Freddie Lorenz and Edgar Mota MLB debuts in this episode. And I've already looked at the Major League schedule for the month of September. And I think we're going to target this day right here, the 4th of September, for Freddie Lorenz's Major League debut, which then would allow him to face the Texas Rangers at home on the 9th, the Cleveland Guardians here on the 15th, the San Francisco Giants on September 21st, and then he would pitch the last game of the season at home against Arizona on September 26th. And all those teams would be at 500 or below, except for Philly, so that's going to be a tough start for him, but it is what it is. And for Edgar Mota, his Major League debut is going to be this game right here on September 1st at Fenway Park against the Red Sox. Excited for both these guys to come up. We got a few more guys down there in the minors, Rada and Santana on the hitting side, Bremner on the pitching side. Those guys are getting very close, and I would expect them to be up at some point next year. But let's head into this right now. I'll sim through the month of August, get us to September 1st. And then we can get started with these Major League debuts. And I wanted to show you guys their final AAA stats before we get into the actual gameplay. Edgar Mota finished off his AAA career hitting .274 with 26 doubles, 25 homers, 87 ribs, 11 stolen bases, OPS of .853. And you can see him progressing across the board there. And then Freddie Lorenz, he finishes at 14-5 with a 1.92 ERA and a 1.0 WHIP, only 144 hits in 182 innings, 9 home runs allowed, 38 walks. Been pitching absolutely phenomenal. In fact, his last 10 starts, he's 6-1 with a 1.36 ERA. So he's more than ready for the major leagues. And let's get you updated on the standings for everything. The Angels sit at 55-84. Down in AA, Trash Pandas have a 5-game lead. Looks like they're going to go to the playoffs. And in AAA, the Bees and Rainiers are tied for first, and taking both Lorenz and Mota off the team is going to tank their season. But we're in the business of building the Angels Major League roster, not our AAA team. So that's just going to be a byproduct of our guys being ready to come to the major leagues. One thing I do want to show you, in the month of August, we had a 8-game winning streak. We went on the road and won 8 of the first 9 games of this road trip. Simply amazing. And then we lost 3 out of 4 and bounced back, had another 4-game win streak. We actually went 15-12 in August, and team looks like it's on its way up. Got to get some more talent in, and that's why we're bringing Mota up now, and Lorenz as well. And we have a new lineup now based on adding Edgar Mota to first base at the Major League level. He's going to bat third, let Ryan Ward and Singleton bat behind him, give him some protection. And going to the bench is going to be A.J. Vukovic against righties, against lefties. Mota bats third. Vukovic, actually pretty decent against lefties. He's going to move up, hit cleanup. And we're going to move Dominic Keegan and Alex Benelis to the bench. On the pitching rotation side, Freddie Lorenz is going to slot in here behind Tony Gonsolin, and Ben Lively with his 4.6 ERA is going to go to the bullpen as a long reliever. He is regressing across the board, and even though he is up for arbitration next year, we're probably just going to let him go. I would expect him to be closer to a 67 next year when we advance, so we're going to let him go and replace him full-time with Freddie Lorenz, be cheaper and much younger. And that's how our rotation is going to break down for the rest of this season. And here we are in Fenway Park, the day we've been waiting for since the day we drafted him. Edgar Mota is going to make his Major League debut. There he is right there wearing number 18. Can't wait to see how he does at the Major League level. Our AAA ballpark was rather big in the outfield, so I'm hoping some of these Major League stadiums will be more to his liking. You can see #1 prospect in all of baseball, and Freddie Lorenz, who's going to start the Saturday game against the Phillies, is #2 on our list, #5 in the Major League at starting pitcher, as we have 2 big debuts happening right now. And on the mound for the Red Sox, Cutter Crawford, see his stats on the season, and that's who Edgar Mota is going to make his debut against. And after a pair of groundouts to start the top of the first, Edgar Mota steps in, nobody on, 2 out. First pitch is low and away. Had a really, really good AAA season. Not sure I like this high camera here. Usually it's a lot closer than this. Might have to mess with the camera. There's ball 2. And now we have a full count. Crawford got back into the count. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Mota. And he takes a strike at the letters for strike 3 as he Ks on his first at-bat. And Mota up here in the top of the third. Second Major League at-bat. We got men at the corners and 2 out. Takes the first pitch low. His first RBI chance here. He's got really good splits. Hits well against both lefties and righties. His clutch is in a decent spot too. See if he can come through and get us on the board first here in this game. Here's the pitch. Mota down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the cutter inside, and he strikes out for the second at-bat. And the Angels get on board first. Pinellas with a 1-out single. Keegan with an RBI double. And Mota's going to step in 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Leading off the top of the 6th here. Fouls that one back. Mota works the count even, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 on a splitter, and he's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, having a rough debut. Ryan Ward tripled after Mota struck out. Singleton knocks him in, so we're up 2-1. And an RBI single by Pinellas later in the inning. We're up 3-1. Now Mota's up here. Nobody on, 2 out, top of the 7th. We're up 3-1. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, looking for his first Major League hit. Zach Kelly on the mound for Boston. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little bloop over shortstop. Is that going to get down? No, it's caught by the left fielder to end the inning. Clyde Rosario with an RBI single makes it 4-1. CO for 3 with 3 Ks and a flyout. Not the debut any of us were looking for. Giovanni Moran, the lefty, on the mound. Mota down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out again for the 4th time. My goodness. And John Singleton hits a 2-run shot, and it's now 6-1 Angels. And LA hangs on, wins this game 6-1, win the series 2-1. Manoah with the win, Cutter Crawford with the loss. And even though Mota had a rough day, we get the big dub and win the series. Now our road trip will continue to Philadelphia. We beat Minnesota 2 out of 3. We beat Boston 2 out of 3. Now we take on a very tough Phillies lineup. And we're going to have Jesus Luzardo, a tough lefty on the mound, and still looking for that first hit for Edgar Mota. And the Angels score right away. Fletcher lead off with a walk. Made with an RBI double, and that's going to bring up Edgar Mota now, the man at scoring position, and nobody out. See the Phillies wearing their City Connect unis. See if Edgar can get this first hit, first RBI. There's a shot over third base down the left field line. He's going to do just that as Made comes around and scores. Mota wheels into second base, slides in safely, and there we go. His first Major League hit. His first Major League RBI double. We're up 2-0. We just had to wait till his second game, just like we did with Jesus Made. Get that ball, send it back home. There we go. Now we just got to wait for his first home run. And Ryan Ward would drive in Mota with a single. It's 3-0 Angels. And Edgar's up again here in the top of the second. A 2-out walk followed by a 2-out single. We got 2 on, 2 out. Got that monkey off his back with his first hit and RBI. Now he's looking for the first big fly. Down in the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside. Mota down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. And check swing, and he went around and strikes out. And George Springer hits a solo shot to get the Phillies on the board. And Edgar's back up again now, top of the 5th. Nobody on, 2 out.
1 ball, no strike.
Still looking for that first home run. Edgar's worked the count full. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out again. And the Phillies pull within one. Kemp with a sac fly after a Marsh leadoff triple. And Gavin Cross with a sac fly gets that run right back. Now Edgar going to lead off the top of the 8th. We're still up 4-2. It's down in the count 0-2 though. Already struck out twice. Does have an RBI double. And he's going to hit a pop fly into right center field. And that's going to be caught for the first out. And Cross with another RBI singles. We get a 2-out rally going. Single by Drury makes it 6-2. And Edgar's going to come up one more time now. Nobody on, 2 out. Up 6-2 here in the top of the 9th. He's 1 for 4 with a double. 0-1 pitch from Saucedo. And the 0-2 pitch from Saucedo. Swing and a miss and strikes out again. But the Angels would hang on, win this game 6-2. Gonsolin gets his 9th win. Eric Miller gets his first save as we take game 1 of this 3-game series. Now we have game 2 of this 3-game series in Philadelphia. We saw Edgar Mota get his first Major League hit last game, and now we have Major League debut of Freddie Lorenz. He'll be on the mound for the Angels. Tough task for him facing this Phillies lineup. And we pick things up here in the top of the first. David Fletcher, leadoff man, facing Zach Wheeler. Down and count 1-2. And he's going to hit a little flare in the center field. And it's going to drop in front of Crawford. So the Angels have their leadoff man on. And that'll bring in Jesus Made. See what he's doing on the year. 253, 11 home runs, 29 ribs. 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Made. And it's a shot down the left field line. And it drops fair and into the corner. Fletcher around third. Here comes the relay to the plate. And he is safe. Good throw when I got him. But Jesus Made gets us on the board early with an RBI double here. Check out this replay. He just goes the opposite way and drops it just inside the foul line in the corner. Turner made a strong throw, but it wasn't a very accurate throw as Fletcher was able to easily slide in. Good throw, and he's out. That'll bring in Edgar Mota. Also looking at him today, trying to get his first Major League home run. 0-2 pitch, and he's going to strike out again on a sinker as he's struggling at the plate in his short time in the majors. That'll bring in Ryan Ward. Man on second, 1 out here. Looking for extra runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and there's a pop foul behind the plate. Logan O'Hoppe, former Angel, is going to stand there, and he's going to have it for the second out. That'll bring in DH John Singleton. We'll see what he's done. 20 home runs on the year, but a low batting average. Had a mammoth home run on opening day. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him, and here's a shot into left center field. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Made's going to come around third, and he's going to score. And it's going to be 2-0 Angels here in the top of the first on an RBI double by Singleton. There we go. That'll bring in Cly Rosario. 17 home runs. See, he's got a career-high 51 RBI. And he's going to swing and miss on the splitter and strike out in the inning. But the Angels get double by Made and a double by Singleton. Here's Made's double. And there's Singleton's. We're up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. There's the man of the hour, Freddie Lorenz. See his pitch mix there. Tough assignment, Major League debut against the first place Phillies. Got a loaded lineup. Don't envy him, but you got to start against somebody sometime. First man up, Trey Turner. Down to count 1-2. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rosario drifting back shy of the track, and he's going to have that. And Lorenz retires his first batter in the majors. That'll bring in second baseman Bryson Stott. He's got 24 steals on the year. He's down in count 0-2. Here's a pitch from Freddie, and he swings and misses on the changeup and strikes out. So Bryson Stott is the first victim of Freddie Lorenz via the strikeout in the majors. And that'll bring in Kyle Schwarber. 40 home runs, 104 RBI, early September, MVP candidate in the National League. He's down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball to second. Fletcher's got that. Throw to first, and Freddie gets out of the inning unscathed. 1-2-3 first inning in the majors. As we go to the second, it's 2-0 LA. And leading off be Gavin Cross. He's got a career high in home runs. I think that 53 RBIs is a career high as well. He's ahead in the count 3-1. Here's the pitch from Wheeler, and it's going to be a pop fly into center field, and Crawford back steps, and he's going to have that for the first out. I'm going to show gameplay as long as Freddie Lorenz is in, and when he's out, then we'll quick manage until Moda comes up to bat. Alex Benales, third baseman, up, one out, and he's going to hit a pop-up in the infield, and Trey Turner's going to have that for the second out. I want to really showcase Freddie in this start. Here's Dominic Keegan, batting ninth and catching today. Batting average is low, far lower than what we expected. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He takes strike three, and it's going to drop even further. And Zach Wheeler has a 1-2-3 second here. Go to the bottom half. It's still 2-0 LA. All right, Freddie, 1-2-3 first inning. See what he does here in the second. Bryce Harper hit a fly ball deep left field. Ryan Ward back to the track, and just in front of the wall, he's got it for the first out. Thought that ball might give legs and get out of here, and so did Harper. He thought that ball was gone, and that'll bring in former Angel Logan O'Hoppe. So he's got career-high 25 home runs. He was on the team in year one. We had to let him go as per the rules of this draft-only franchise. And he's going to hit a fly ball in the left field. Ward on the edge of the warning track, and he's going to have that for the second out. So a couple of high fly balls deep to left to start the inning. And left fielder Darian Blanco comes in. He's played with the Royals as well. 0-2 count. And he takes strike three, so Freddie gets his second strikeout in as many innings. He has a perfect first 6 batters in his career as we go to the third. And leading off, David Fletcher, leadoff man, got on base and scored in the first. It's a ground ball to third base, throw across, and he's going to be out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring in Jesus Mate. Big RBI double to start this game off. And he's going to take strike three at the letters. Not sure about that. That'll be 2 down. That'll bring in Edgar Moda, still looking for that first home run. And he's going to hit a ground ball to first. Harper's got it, and he's going to beat him to the bag. And the Angels go down 1-2-3 again as Moda continues to look for that first career home run. All right, leading off, bottom of the inning, Otto Kemp, third baseman up. And he's going to pop the first pitch of the inning up to shallow center field. Crosses under that, and there's 1 down. That'll bring in George Springer, playing right field for the Phillies this year. So he's having a bounce back, 284 season. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes strike three. Changeup gets him at the knees on the inner corner. That's the third K for Freddie. That'll bring in 9-hitter Justin Crawford. Having a good season, batting in the 9 spot. Here's the 3-2 pitch to him. And it's a line smash up the middle, and that's going to be the first base runner against Freddie Lorenz in the majors. He retires the first 8 in a row. And we go back to the top of the order with Trey Turner. Flied out his first at-bat. 0-1 pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Mate's got it. Flip to second and just beats the runner for the third out. So we are through 3 innings. It's 2-0 Angels as Freddie's dealing. Now leading off the top of the fourth, left fielder Ryan Ward. And he's going to pop this one into left field. Racing over Blanco into left center. He's going to have that for the first out. Ward's been playing first base all year long, but with Moda coming up, he's shifting over to left field. And Singleton, the DH, is going to pop this one into shallow center field. Now Crawford's going to have that for the second out. And that'll bring in Rosario. Full count on him. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Wheeler. And it's going to be a shot short right field, racing in Springer, and he's going to have that for the third out. So we flew out to all 3 outfielders that inning, and nothing going. We go to the bottom half, still 2-0 Angels. That'll bring in Bryson Stott. First strikeout victim of Freddie's career. He hits a high pop-up into right center field. Rosario's got it for the first out. I'll bring in the ever-dangerous Kyle Schwarber. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses on a two-seamer and strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for Lorenz. He's on a roll right now. Now bring in Bryce Harper. Thought he had a home run last time up. Just hit it deep to the warning track. Down on count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Freddie. And he hits a ground ball to second base. Fletcher's got it. Takes his time. Throws to first. And that's 3 outs. So the Phillies, through 4 innings, have only had 1 base runner. Freddie is on a roll for sure. All right, Gavin Cross going to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. 0-2 count. High fly ball into right field. Springer drifts back, shy of the warning track, and he's going to have that for the first out. That'll bring in Alex Benalis, the third baseman. 2-2 pitch to him, and it's a smash over second base into right field for a base hit. It's our first hit since the first inning, since Singleton's double. That'll bring in Keegan now, 1 on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch, and he swings through the four-seamer and strikes out. And we head back to the top of the order. David Fletcher, leadoff man up, looking for a 2-out hit here. And he strikes out on a sweeper, so nothing doing. Get a man on and can't get him in as Zach Wheeler found his groove after the first inning. So go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 2-0 LA. And leading things off, former Angel Logan O'Hoppe. And he's going to hit a ground ball. And, off Fletcher's glove. And he's not going to get him. See if they're going to give him a hit or an error. Hit him right in the heel. Looks like they're going to give him a hit. So now I have a man on. Nobody out. 0-2 pitch to Blanco. And it hits him in the hip. So now the Phillies have their first 2 men on after only having 1 man on in the first 4 innings. Brings in third baseman Otto Kemp, and he strikes out on the changeup. It's number 5 for Freddie. Now if he can just get a double play here. Springer up. 0-1 count. And it's a line drive. Base hit's going to bounce through the right side. Here comes Rosario's throw, and it's up the first base side. And O'Hoppe scores, and it's 2-1 Angels. Springer comes through. That'll bring in Justin Crawford. Minute the corners and 1 out. Really need a strikeout, pop out, double play. There's a shot to right, and it's not coming back as he just put the Phillies in front with a big 3-run homer that stayed fair down the foul line. And Freddie gives up his first major league home run, and now, after pitching so well for 4 innings, he finds himself down 4-0 with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Gave up 1 hit in the first 4 innings. He's given up 3 hits and hit a batter so far in this inning. Wheels are coming off just a little bit. Phillies fans are stoked as they have the lead. Number 9 hitter with the big fly. That'll bring in leadoff hitter Trey Turner. First pitch to him. And it's going to be a fly ball into left field. Ward races in, and he's got it knee high for the second out. So maybe Freddie can settle down here. I'll bring in Bryson Stott. He's already struck out once today. And he's going to hit this one past Mate into left center field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. And Stott's going to be on with an extra base hit here with 2 outs as the Phillies aren't done yet. See, he extends his hitting streak to 10 games. Now we have man on scoring position again with 2 out for Schwarber. Very dangerous batter here. 1-1 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball past Mate into center field. Stott's around third. Here comes no throw. He just throws it into second base. And the Phillies are up now 5-2 as Bryce Harper steps in. Where's the manager here? And here's a line shot into right field. And that's going to have 2 men on again with 2 outs. It's the Phillies on a roll. And that's going to be it for Freddie. I think he stayed in 2 or 3 batters too long. They finally mercifully take him out of this game as he gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 6 hits in the inning. Tyson Miller's going to come in and try and put this fire out. We're going to go back to quick manage. Hoppe walks to load the bases, and Blanco hits a grand slam, and it's now 9-2 as they score 9 runs in the inning, and there's still 2 outs. Goodness, what an implosion that is. Single by Kemp, and they finally get out of it. Go to the 6th. Made leads off with a single. Try and steal him to second base, and he's safe. Now we're going to watch Moda try and get that home run. He's 0 for 2 with a K today. Heading to count, though, 3-1. See if he can get a pitch to drive. And it's high and outside for ball 4, so he's going to draw a walk. It's good for us for the game. We need base runners. Go back to Sim. And Ward strikes out, fielder's choice, and a pop out, so nothing doing. We go to the bottom half. Strikeout, ground out, fly out, back to the 7th. New pitcher, Salcedo, pop up, line out. And we're going to the bullpen. We're going to bring in a lefty, Quijada. Gives up a double, strikeout, a walk, a pop up, and a strikeout, so nothing doing there. Fletcher leads off with a single. Made wipes him out with a double play, and now Moda's up again with nobody on and 2 outs. Still looking for that first Major League home run. He's down on the count 0-2 and strikes out on a sinker way in on his hands, and that's the 3rd out as his woes continue at the plate. All right, back to the bullpen. Going to bring in Johnny Brito to finish this game off. Single and a stolen base by Springer. Another single. Line out, a walk, bases are loaded, strikeout, and a single by Harper drives in another run. Now we go to the 9th. Walk, a pop-up, a fly out, another walk, and a ground out ends it. And the Phillies with a huge 5th inning win this game 10-2. Wheeler with the win, Lorenz with his first loss, and this series is tied. Let's go take a look at this box score. 2 hits for Fletcher, 2 for Made, RBIs for Made and Singleton. They both had doubles. See 0 for 3 with a walk for Moda and Freddie. 7 runs, 7 earned, thanks to himself and Tyson Miller. Can't get anybody out in that inning. And we lose this game 10-2. And now we're going to watch Sunday's game. Moda still on that home run watch. He's going to face Aaron Nola. Another tough task here as we try to witness Edgar Moda's first career home run in the majors. Get a strikeout, and Made hits a solo home run. There we go. Angels up 1-0. Maybe Edgar can go back-to-back with Jesus here. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Nola, and it's going to be a little flare over second, and it's going to drop in front of Springer. So he's going to get his first hit of the game. Got to like that. Ward pops out. Nothing doing. Go to the bottom half. 1-2, walk. 2-run shot by Harper. It's 2-1. 2 outs. Spinellis solo shot ties it. We're just trading blows here. Springer homers, so now it's 3-2. Ball's just flying out of the park today. Go to the top of the 3rd. 1 out, 2 outs, and now it's time for Edgar Moda again. Singled his first time up. He's 2 for 14 on the season. Very tough start, but we're playing at Boston and at Philadelphia, 2 of the best teams in the majors this year. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Nola. And it's going to be a line drive base hit past Harper into right field. So he has his first multi-hit game in the majors. There we go. It's not a home run, but we'll take that. Ward's going to walk. Singleton's going to double them both in. It's now 4-3. We go to the bottom of the inning. 2 on, 1 out, double play gets us out of it. 2 outs. Keegan's 3 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Single by Marsh. Caught stealing and a ground out. Back to the top of the order. Fletcher lines out. Made flies out. And now it's Edgar Moda time. One more time. He's 2 for 2 with a single. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball base hit up the middle. So he's going to have his first 2-hit game and his first 3-hit game all in the same day. Back to the sim and nothing happens. Bottom half. 1 out double by Turner. Walk to Schwarber and nothing happens. Go to the 6th. New pitcher. Singleton doubles. Get a ground out. A single by Cross. Sack fly makes it 5-3. Go to the bottom half. 1 out. 2 out. 3 outs. There we go. Top of the order. New pitcher. Pop up. A fly out. And back to Moda. Here we go. New pitcher. Nick Mears on the mound. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Looking for that big fly though. Down on count 1-2. And he strikes out on a high fastball at the letters to end the inning. So he's not going to get it today. Go to the bottom of the inning. 2 outs, single by Turner, an error. 3-run shot by Schwarber, and now we're down 6-5. New pitcher comes in, strikeout, fly out, ground out, bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for us. Going to go to Eric Miller to fly out, a single, a double play, now the top of the ninth, trailing by 1, strikeout, ground out, and a fly out, and that's it. Let's check out this box score. 3 hits for Mota, 2 for Singleton, 2 RBIs by Singleton, 2 by Benelis, and we lose. And I tried to record Edgar Mota getting his first career home run at the major league level. Just wasn't happening. I watched all 3 of these games, actually all 4 of these games, and it just wasn't happening. So we hit Fast Sim, and look what happens here. Go to this box score, and you see Edgar Mota, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, and he hit his first major league home run. And Freddie Lorenz goes 8 1/3 shutout innings, no walks, no strikeouts, 6 hits allowed. So we get the 4-0 win over Texas. So Freddie Lorenz gets his first major league win, and Edgar Mota gets his first major league home run. I wish it was on camera, but that's the way it is in these franchises sometimes. And what do you know, 2 days later, after getting a day off, he hits his second home run, gets a walk and a strikeout. He's up to 242, and Jesus Mate's up to 260. As Bowden Francis gets his 9th win, Jason Foley his 33rd save, and we win the first 3 games of the 4-game series against Texas. Take a look at these standings. We're still 23 games out, but we are guaranteed to do no worse than 100 losses, and we'd have to lose our last 13 in a row and do that. So that means we will not have a repeat of last season where we lost 100 games. This might be a very short stretch at the top of the draft. We are probably, let me go look at this real quick. We are 3rd from the bottom, 87 losses, and the Blue Jays are closing in at 86. And the Mets have 87, so we're very close to dropping out of the top 5 before the draft lottery. And that's not the worst thing in the world. This team needs to improve quickly, and we've got enough young players that maybe we can get to the playoffs a little bit quicker than I expect. Kind of all depends on next year's draft and how some of the other guys improve as we go along. And we lose Game 4, so we don't get the 5-game sweep, but Edgar Mota hits another home run, drives into, scores 2, walks twice. All of a sudden, he steals a bag, so all of a sudden he has 3 home runs in 4 days. So, wow. Sorry I can't put it on camera like I said before, but hey, at least he's turning it on now. We have a critical situation here. We have bases loaded, 1 out, trailing 4-3 here in the top of the 7th. Edgar Mota at the plate. Let's see if he can hit a big fly on camera for once. All right, Edgar. Seen you strike out a ton. Let's see if you can hit one into the gap, over the wall. Something positive here. This pitch is outside for a ball. Sack fly would get the tying run home. So he's only driven in 5 on the year. Driven himself in 3 times. Got that average up to 243 though. And the 1-0 pitch from Cade Smith outside. And the 2-0 pitch from Smith. That's Tapper to first base. They're going to get 2. On to second for 1. The return throw. And he beats it out. And they tie the game at 4. As he gets an RBI fielder's choice. It's not a grand slam, but we'll take it as it ties the game. Jesus Mate with a 2-out single makes it 5-4. Edgar Mota's back up again. Let's see what he does against Emmanuel Clase. All right, one more chance here. He's going to have to hit an extra base hit to get the run in, but I want to see how he does against Clase. First pitch outside. He does sim well, so we just got to hope that every once in a while he'll perform on camera. We've seen him do it at the minor league level. Hit that 3-run homer on opening day. Hit the grand slam in the Futures game. Inside, ball 2. Now the count even at 2. Looking to add on to the 5-4 lead. Here's the pitch from Clase. That's a high fly ball in the left center field. Back to the track, to the wall, and just missed a home run by about 3 feet. Mate around third. Here comes no throw. They're going to hold it, and that's an RBI double for Edgar Mota. Just missed a 2-run homer. There we go. See the replay. Has great opposite field power, and he just missed hitting that one out. To see Mate flying around third base, they were never going to catch him. And Jason Foley comes in and slams the door shut as we win the game 6-4. Joe Jimenez with the win, Clase with the loss, and we take the first game of this series. And down on the AAA side, Gabriel Rincones hurt his knee cartilage, and he's going to be out 1 to 2 months. That'll end his season, and we'll have to send somebody to AAA to fill his spot. It's going to be a big bat in the middle of the order. They're going to be without, along with Edgar Mota. So see how their season wraps up. They got a week to go, and they're holding on 2-game lead before we started today's games. And despite not having Freddie Lorenz or Edgar Mota in their lineup and losing Rincones to an injury, our Salt Lake Bees held on, beat the Rainiers by 1 game to win the Pacific Coast West. So they will be going to the playoffs. And the Trash Pandas did win the second half, like we mentioned before. So both AA and AAA teams are going to the playoffs this year. I'm not going to show a lot from those. I might just sim them, watch them, but just give you the box scores because we don't need to really show all of that at this point. But our Angels are sitting at 64-92, guaranteed to not lose 100 games this year. And we just lost 2 out of 3 to Cleveland and 2 out of 3 to Seattle. And now we have our last 6 games now at home. Freddie Lorenz gets game 1 against San Francisco, and he'll get game 3 against Arizona. So he has 2 more shots. He did take a loss here in this one. So he's sitting at 1-2 with a 4.95 ERA. A lot of that coming in the first game against the Phillies. So let's get to simming again, and I'll give you one more update to wrap up this regular season. And in the minor league playoffs down at AA, the Trash Pandas lost the first game to the Lookouts 4-2. Look at this box score real quick. Ethan O'Donnell had a home run for Chattanooga. Our side, 3 hits for Anthony Skull, 2 for Shannon Huff, 2 for Laverde, 2 for Ramirez. Skull with a double and a home run. Dave Roach allows only 2 runs in 6 innings, but we give up 2 runs late, and we lose this game. Over on the AAA side, we get the game 1 win over Oklahoma City. Look at this box score. Rada 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Rodriguez 3 hits. Nico Cavadas, who got called up to replace Edgar Mota, gets 4 hits, drives in 2. Harada 2 hits. Kevin Biggio with a home run and scores 3 runs. Tyler Bremner, complete game. 5 hits, no walks, 1 earned run, and 12 strikeouts. What a game for Tyler Bremner. And game 2 down in AA, we lose that one 2-0. Offense just didn't show up in the postseason as we only had 3 hits in the game. And Richard Duke only allowed 2 runs in 6 innings. Bullpen does their job, but the offense, like I said, didn't show up. So we are eliminated in AA. AAA, we won the series against Oklahoma City. Not sure who we're going to play yet, but we win game 2 7-1. Jose Rodriguez drives in 2. Nelson Rada 2 hits, hits 2 home runs, drives in 5. 3 hits for Gustavo Campero. 2 steals by Rodriguez. Sandy Gaston, 6 1/3, no runs allowed. In fact, the only run we allowed was unearned. So great job all around at AAA without Lorenz, without Mota. The guys are doing it on their own. And now we wait to see who they play for the AAA championship. And we are in the AAA championship game. It's a 1-game winner-take-all between Salt Lake and Omaha. And our Bees were down 1-0 until the top of the 8th inning with 1 out. Nelson Rada hit a solo shot to tie the game. And Leandro Santana hit a solo shot. Back-to-back jobs for the Bees, and now they're up 2-1, and they only need 6 outs to go on defense. And they add 2 more in the 9th. Parada with a single. Biggio drives him in with a double. Stevens drives him in with a single. And we're off to the bottom of the 9th. 3-run lead, just need 3 outs. Phil Perez on the mound trying to close this out and get us a AAA championship. Fly out. A fly out. We're going to hop in and watch Phil Perez pitch us to a title. All right, Phil put him in as closer earlier in the year, and he's done a great job. Strike 1, Josh Hammond. See what he's done on the night. 0 for 3 with a strikeout, couple of ground outs. Just need to not walk anybody, make them earn their way on. Perez comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High strike. There we go. 1 strike away. Let's go, Bees. Come on, Phil. Finish this off. Come set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And a throw down to first base. And your Salt Lake Bees are AAA champions. There we go. That's it. Celebrate. You guys did it without Freddie Lorenz. and Edgar Moda for the last month of the season. How impressive is that? These guys said, we're just going to do it ourselves, and they surely did. All right, AAA champions, Salt Lake Bees. And here we are, the last day of the regular season. Home game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. You can see we are not going to lose 100 games. That is good. And on the mound for us, Freddie Lorenz. We saw his debut against the Phillies. Was awesome until the 5th inning, and he had a rough one there. But ever since that game, though, look at this. Last 3 games, ERA of 2.38, a whip of barely 1. We're going to pick this up in the top of the first. Man on third, 2 out. Corbin Carroll with a line shot over first base. And that's going to give Arizona a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. I'll tell you right now, Carroll was a terror in this game. And we'll pick things up here in the top of the second. Rookie Dan Falk up. Just called up recently from AAA. We got a man on first and 2 out. Still 1-0 Diamondbacks. And here's a shot down the left field line. That's going to get down and rattle around in the corner. Ward's got it. Throws the ball in. Made with the relay. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. What a play. Good throw to Made and a great strike to the plate on the relay. We gun down the runner at the plate and keep this game at 1-0. Look at this replay here. What a missile to the plate. Now we're on the top of the 5th inning. It's still 1-0. Geraldo Perdomo up. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. And he's going to hit a ground ball past Freddie up the middle. Made knocks it down, but he can't come up with it. So they're going to have their leadoff man on here in the 5th. Next batter, Nick Gonzalez. Runner goes, throw down, and he's safe. And there were a lot of stolen bases on Dominic Keegan today. Now to bring in Corbin Carroll now. Man on second, 2 out. He's already got 1 RBI. And there's a shot into left field corner. It's going to be another RBI as this one drops. And Carroll is going to be on with a double now. A single and a double, 2 RBIs. He stole 2 bags as well in the first inning, and that brings up Kalai Rosario leading off the 5th. Walker Buehler's got a no-hitter going at this point. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball into right field. Racing towards the corner is Carroll, and it's gone. There we go. Breaks up the no-hitter and the shutout. Big fly indeed for Rosario. His 18th of the season. We are back in this game, trailing just by 1 run. See this replay. Just drives that outside pitch, and it just ran out of room there in the corner. He's developed into a very good power hitter against left-handed pitching. I know Buehler's right-handed. Now we go to the bottom of the 9th. We're down 2-1. Nobody on and 2 out for Jesus Made. Trying to keep this game alive. 1-2 pitch from Sal Frank, their closer. And it's going to be a ground ball past third and short into left field. So the tying run's going to be on. And Edgar Moda is going to be coming up with a chance to tie this game or win it. So he's 0 for 3 on the day. Down in count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it hits him on the thigh. And that's going to put the go-ahead run at first, the tying run at second. Ryan Ward up. Down in count 0-2. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a little flare into short left field. And that's going to be caught for the 3rd out. And the Diamondbacks hang on and win this game as the Angels just couldn't get any offense going. See Buehler with the win, Freddie with the loss, Sal Frank is 20th. But we do win this series 2-1 to finish the season. Just take a look at this box score. See 2 hits for Perdomo, 3 by Corbin Carroll, 2 by Falk. And let's scroll down here. Look at us. They had 1, 2, 3, 7 stolen bases against us in this game as Buehler pitched to Jim. All 3 of their pitchers only allowed 1 hit. The 1 run Buehler allowed was the home run. That's the only hit he allowed. Let's go to our side over here. 1 hit for Made, that was in the 9th. Rosario with the home run, and Vukovic got a pinch hit single earlier. And Freddie pitched well, but he walked a lot of guys. He was a lot of high pitch counts in individual at bats. Bullpen came in and did their job, but our offense just couldn't keep up, and we lose on the last day of the regular season. And we finished the season 67-95, giving up 715 runs. We got to cut that down. Only team in the division with less than 600 runs, and we were almost a full 100 runs behind the next closest in the Astros. You can see the White Sox and Rays had a worse record than us in the American League, and that was it. So, third spot for the draft lottery. Look at our final stats real quick. David Fletcher led the team with 170 hits. Ryan Ward, 24 home runs. Ryan Ward, 79 RBI. Jesus Mate, 27 steals, led the team. Batting average, Ryan Ward, 276. He also led in slugging and OPS. And you can see Mate finished 266, 13, 39, and 27. And Edgar Mota finished the year hitting 224 at the major league level, 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 7 RBI, 20 strikeouts to 8 walk. That ratio is not good. Got to get that down. And hopefully with a full spring training, he'll be ready to go at the beginning of next season and be our everyday first baseman. And Freddie Lorenz in his 5 starts at the majors, 1-3, 4.18 ERA, 30 hits in 32 innings, 9 walks, 22 strikeouts. Like I said, he gave up just under half his runs in the first start against the Phillies. So outside of that, you can see what he did. No runs allowed there, 4, 2, and 2. So gotta love the progress at the major league level. But let's go ahead and sim to the offseason and find out who won the World Series. And the Mariners beat the Giants and win the World Series. And it's a sweep. The Mariners beat Detroit 3-1, swept the A's, and swept the San Francisco Giants. So they swept both San Francisco teams, Bay Area teams, and they are the world champions for 2027. And go over the awards real fast. I'm not going to look at league leaders. We'll just do this real quick. Cole Young was a World Series MVP, hitting .571. That would do it. Ian Happ led the American League in postseason MVP award. National League was Matt Chapman. MVP, National League, Shohei. American League's Joe Adele. Cy Young goes to Garrett Crochet and Shohei Ohtani. Batting title to Brent Rooker and Shohei. Reliever goes to Phil Maton and Dennis Santana. Rookie of the Year, Jeffrey Franks, that other generational player. So he'll get it this year, and hopefully we will have Edgar Mota win it next year. National League side, Freddie Zamora from the Marlins. Hank Aaron goes to Brent Rooker and Shohei. Gold Gloves, do we have any on the Angels? Nope. Silver Sluggers, don't think we'll have any there either. And that's it. So, done with this year. And I'm not sure there's a whole lot for me to show you in the offseason. We only have to re-sign our guys, deal with arbitration. There might be a few undrafted free agents we sign, add to the team. We're not making any trades because we don't trade in this franchise. So I'm not sure that I'm actually going to show any of that. And I'll save you some time at the start of next one. We'll just hop right in and we'll either show you little tidbits of spring training or we're just going to hop right into opening day. But either way, we are through 3 seasons. I like the pace of this. Glad we got through the 2 worst seasons as quick as we did. I'm glad we got some big-time introductions to the major leagues with Made and Mota and Lorenz, and we're going to have more of those next year. So if you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next one goes live. And we will see you with Season 4, 2028, Los Angeles Angels Draft Only Franchise. You guys take care.